Hey ya! Welcome back to the channel. Channel. I don't have a mustache anymore. I'm fucking rubbing on my lip. Might regrow it back. Anyway, today we're going to finish the manual swap in the fairlane so I can drive it because it needs a pink slip and I can't pink slip it without it being done. So, we'll catch you after the intro. I'll have a bit of a talky talk. Yeah.
We're going to put some Daihatsu back in the Daihatsu.
Alright, so it's time to fucking finish this rig off. So you can obviously see the gear stick I made. Spun it up. It's 316 stainless, thank you. It's not bolted in all the way because I've got to finish the gearbox tunnel. Oh Lee, don't make a video in a couple of months and you forget how to do it, eh? Can't even hang on to a phone. Bloody hell. Anyway, we're going to finish the gearbox tunnel cut. We just hacked the hole to get me home basically. So you can already see I've already started. So whole sort of radius the corners, and then we're gonna still give it a bit of a border. Open it up. I'm opening it up because basically this is like where I've patterned, like put my houses where they cut it from factory. They don't put a radius there and then the tunnel's cracked. But if you can have a look there, the floor's really close to the gearbox. It's actually been rubbing. So we'll open her up a bit. Weight saving, mate, because it's race car. Take as much weight out as possible. But if I cut that out, it won't rub the fucking gearbox anymore. And I can also change out the speedo drive gear. So I'll put the right one back in it so it reads correctly. I'll crack on with that. I'll gently massage the old sawzall around and try and keep it neatish looking. I don't want to cut it too close to the nutserts. So I'm got it here so you can see that line where the hump is, and then you can see the nutset, and then I'm cutting about that much. So I give it a bit of fat, like 10 mil aside. So come along here, should look purty. It'll look all purty. And then I need to get some seat bolts because I think I broke 2 seat bolts when we were doing it the first time, but we just had to make it happen. I've also got some parts I'll show you. They're in the house, which will make the clutch pedal better, because I don't know if you can see how high that pedal is, but it needs all of that stroke at the moment. We'll push for time. We're missing some parts, so I'll show you them now. Yep. So the bell housing and pivot in the fairlane is ELEB. 5 litre, which is Cleveland pattern, surprisingly, but it's a Windsor. I don't know. Apparently there's 2 different patterns. Anyway, so we've got some bits from TI Performance here. So factory, this is the clutch fork clevis to pull the cable pulls on. Factory, it's 2-part. It's got rubber in it, and the cores of them rip out all the time. So my mate Ben, they give us a hand to put the box in that, and I've actually bought the gearbox off his dad. He's got an AU that's got a pair of vice grips pretending to be that. They've been on there for 3 years, I think, because he ripped like 3 clevises apart. So this is a billet upgrade to stop them pulling the core out. And the other thing that they're prone to doing, because it's cable, is cracking the firewall. So this TI Performance does this brace plate. It's for these, you're supposed to pop rivet it to the firewall. This is for a ELEB, but it's going to work in the ZH. I'll just drill the holes where I need it to bolt it to the firewall, and we'll run it at that. It'll also put it on the right angle for the firewall so the cable's pointing forward. So we made one out of the factory clutch hole blanking plate and welded tube to it. It basically looks like that, but it's very thin. It works perfectly fine, but knowing that these are prone to cracking the firewall, I've got to pull the clutch cable out anyway because we put it in upside down to make it work without that. I might as well put that on it now. Also, when I was doing the pedal box, I had to pull the steering column down. I ripped the fucking rag joint out. So I was going to do a billet rag joint delete, but I thought fuck it. White Line Performance does this like hard plastic one, which is basically what I was going to make. I think that was like $22. Comes with bolts and everything, so I'll put that in it as well. Yeah, bit on. But I've finally got some time to do a bit. Now, I probably should pull the carpet out and do this properly, but I'm only fucking lazy. So I'm just going to roll it back. We'll have to get in here with the vacuum cleaner later. Let's see if I can. Can I maybe... Okay, this is not going as I anticipated. Oh, one cut nice. God, I love sawzalls. They're so fucking handy. So now, we'll go about here somewhere. Hello. Come on, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Anyone would think I'd know what I'm fucking doing. I can tell you, I don't. Hey, yeah, look at that. Flash. Flash is a fucking rat with a gold tooth, I tell you. So, I undo that and put my 16 tooth drive gear back on it so the speedo doesn't read fucking 15 k's out. And then, god damn, I done a good job on that stick. Holy. Pretty happy with it, I tell you. Pretty happy. Comfortable. Yeah, anyway. So, I'll put the pinion nut on that, and then I bought a seal. Bam, this shit. To go underneath that bit, that thing. That bit there, yeah. So, seal that up. Burns my hole through for the bolts, and then come and bail her on. And then I'll have to get in here with the vacuum cleaner and clean all this fucking shit out of here. Holy, there's some fucking shit everywhere. Yep. Well, yeah, and that fucking part of the dash cracked, so I've got to repair that too, so I can put my radio back in. And it fucking ends with this thing. Oh, and I made a mess of the steering column cover. Fuck. God, why did I come out here and start working on this? It just makes me depressed. Fuck me. Oh, one step at a time. Speedo drive pinion. Yep. Alright, we're looking at day 2. So yesterday, get the passenger seat in, sticks all bolted down, looking all pretty. And there's been a bit of issues with this driver's seat for a while since I bought the seats. They were trimmed, but they were trimmed very poorly. So this driver's seat was always oversprung, so I just stuck with that, got that looking a bit better, and modified all the springs down here so they don't try and kick you out of the fucking seat all the time. So that's better. So we've done that, but I just went to put my new clutch clevers on. This is supposedly to suit this fork. It doesn't fit. So I'm now trying to work out what clevers or what clutch fork this is. I'm probably going to end up just making one now. And I guess I can go on Benny's AU. Because I can't fucking use it, it don't work. So I'll basically make the same thing, but like even this diameter here on the end there, that doesn't even fit through it. So I have to do some measuring. But anywho, bit of a bugger. Fuck what you can do about it though. I went and got some fire sleeve for the clutch cable because it's really close to the headers, and a couple of vacuum bungs because I'm going to reroute the PCB system on this to, instead of the air, breathing it through the air filter, I'm going to put it directly into the bottom of the Holly Sniper, so it'll suck a bit more fumes out of it. But yeah, but we're getting there. We're getting there. At least the passenger seat's bolted in. But, that's got to go on the bottom. And for some reason we put it, well, it was on the top when it came out of the other car, so yeah, the adjuster nut's supposed to be at the top, and then this nut's been like cut and welded back on there. That's actually where the pedal hookup's supposed to be, so that nut's been welded on there to sort of suit the clutch fork. That's right, just lay on the ground, mate, I don't need you at all. Oh yeah, when I was driving home I run low on fluid, so I gotta top that up with fluid and work out why I run low on fluid. All the pads, like last time I had it up, all the brake pads look fine, so I don't know, unless there's a leak. Fucking hope there's not a leak. But there's only one way to find out. Anywho, oh, I got to do the rag joint too. So fun. Might do the rag joint, seeing as I haven't had much luck with the fucking clutch at the moment. Motherfucker. How am I going to get that out? It's all the way down there. Look at that. Fuck me, that's going to suck. Also got to get the old auto shifter rod off it. I'm pondering whether I want to pull the steering column back out of it to do it. Maybe I will. Might be easier. The rag joint's ripped already anyway, so it's not like it's going to hurt. Because you've actually, to put the white line rag joint in it, you've got to cut the existing pins out of the clevises on the bottom of the steering column and steering box. So I've got to get the clevises off, but there's not enough room. So steering column out, I'm guessing. And that was a cunt of a job last fucking time, I tell you. But we'll get it. We'll get it. Oh, look at them brake pedal rubbers. Oh, Jesus, they look so good. And it'd be nice if the clutch just sits there and, you know, does what it needs to do instead of up there. Anyway. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know how close I was to fucking death driving this home from Gill, because that just pulled out of the floor with no resistance. So I was wondering why I was driving this thing like fucking Steamboat Captain Mickey, just feeding it fucking steering lock to keep the cunt in a straight line. That'd be why. The fucking rag joint wasn't even connected anymore. Fuck me, that is sketchy. Sketchy as fuck. But oh well, now I've got to get that cunt off down there. Drill them, grind them studs off, drill holes in them so I can put the bolts in it. And then these bolts come out. I'm going to put the new rig jigger in. And while I'm there, I'm going to delete all the auto shifter mess. Yep, don't need any of that anymore. I've actually ordered the blank for the blanking cover for the column. I actually ordered an entire steering column cover because mine's over there. Yep. Yeah, they're not supposed to come off like that, so it kind of exploded. But that's fine. Now, I guess I'll struggle to get that bottom rag joint clevis off, and then drag it all up to the shed, and then struggle to get the fucking bolts out of this thing. Probably. Yep. Okay, steering column out. Time to be fitting this thing. It's like a hard, it's got a bit of give in it, but fucking way not as much as the old rubber Jim Bobs. Should tighten the steering up a wee bit. So it says to either drill the studs out of this side, the box side, or grind them off. I'm going to start with drilling, the less invasive way. And then I guess I'll just undo the bolts out of this end. Is it? Yeah, they're bolted in there. Yeah, fair enough. That's not too hard then. Yeah, something like that. Okay, I got the steering column stripped and everything, and then I started putting it back together and realised it has to be apart to put all the manual or floor shift column parts on, so I can't do anything with the steering column, so we'll leave that there. And then climbed under here and struggled to fucking fit. You got to fit the rag joint back to the box, so that was an absolute cunt. The hole they put in it doesn't go around the end of the socket, so yeah. I did take a big chunk out of one of my fingers as it slipped off, and I punched fucking the mess of metal that is under that dash, but oh, we got around it. And yeah, so I want to fit the seat again, but I can't fit the seat because I've got to get under the dash to do the clutch cable, which I can't do because the clevis is fucking wrong for the fork. So I guess I'll just sit the seat in here, and then I've got to make it clevis now. Yeah. So what else can I do in here? Nothing. There's nothing I can do. Yeah. I'm stuck until the column parts turn up, and then I can box the rest of this up. And then I've got to make it clevis. So maybe I'll have a look at that. Should I look at that? Might have to do that Monday, because I think I'll need the lathe at work to do a bit of my tuning. So I can pull the auto cooler out. I've got to pull the auto cooler out. So let's pull the auto cooler out. Yep, because it's fucking leaking oil everywhere and bugging the shit out of me. And then I guess that's about it for now. Until tomorrow when I go to the workshop and machine a clutch clevis. Tell you what, I don't know why I deal with cars anymore. It's such a fucking pain in my ass. Alright, today's Wednesday and we're in the workshop. I'm not playing with the F100, we're playing with the Fairlane's pedal box. So, just having issues with getting the right clutch throw, because it's like an AU bell housing but it's an XF pedal box. I think the throw on the pedal's different, because to get the clutch to even work, the pedal's got to be still ridiculously high, even with the clevis that I made. And it engages all the way on the floor, and like you've got to stuff it in the floor to get it to disengage. So what I've done is got some 40mm. We're going to drop the pivot point down 40mm, which is in effect, stay there, stay. In effect going to double the pull on the pedal. So it's going to go to like pretty much exactly there. So yeah, fair bit more stroke length over that. Yep. The reason why I went 40mm is because I found some 3x40mm flat bar, and that's just what I put in. So, catch him, fucking Warnie over here. So I've now got to build all the bits there, and then I'll probably run a couple of braces. These pedal boxes like to flex anyway, from factory apparently with the clutch, so I'll run a few brace plates on the inside. That hole there, that's actually for the brake pin, so I can't intrude on that too much. And then I'll run a brace on the outside as well, and we'll brace it up. Super brace it. Super duper. Yeah. So I'll just throw some metal at it and make it look better. And then I'm just trying to decide whether I want to cut that out, knock it out, re-drill a hole, or do I want to just section the pedal and fucking like move that down. I'm still thinking on that. Yeah, I'll let it come to me. I'll let it sneak up on me with the idea. So I'm going throw, just lob, just a cupful. A few more zaps at this fucking pedal box. We'll get that dialed in. Then we'll hit the pedal and do a bit with the pedal. Just throw a few more zaps at that too, and hopefully it'll work, and I'll have like a fully sick T5 swapped ZH Fairlane. And then I can put the fucking car back together, because like, seems like I haven't been able to drive it in forever now. Anywho, that's me just complaining. So let me sprinkle a bit of Poe magic on this. Alright, so we've got the pedal box modified, I've got the pedal modified now. I literally just cut it out and then flip that centre part, like where the pivot is, to give them a 40mm extension. Now I'm thinking of using what's left of the flat bar I had and just bracing it like that. So I'll put a kink in it there, knock it down, and we'll just jam a bit of fucking hot glue around that. If I was real motivated, I might have drill holes in it, but I don't know if I'm that motivated today, I can tell you. Yeah, something like that probably. Something like that? Yeah, bend it there. That's what I'm doing. Fuck it. Well, there we fucking have it. One modified clutch. Oh, fucking stroke difference now. The pedal stop just bumped out, so pedals sort of roughly line up for now. Yeah, I'll set that in the car, but fair bit of fucking stroke now, I reckon. Might actually have a fucking working fairlane. Again, holy, what a fucking pain in the ass this has been. Now this is where I'll put it in the car, and all of these modifications I've done will hit everything, and I won't be able to fucking use it. Let's not think about that. Well, until the next day when I get to bolt this in. Yep. Right, we're back, baby. It's been quite some time since that other pieces of footage where I was working on the ZH getting the clutch done. Clutch is sorted in it. It's all done. I didn't film any of it. I've been all over the place. I'd have some a new lip and that to fit to it, but I figured we'd finish this video off with some Daihatsu work. We've got some bits. Mainly for Sarge, which is sick. In the shape of the door seals I ordered fucking ages ago, finally turned up. So you can just get this stuff from a rubber shop, like it's just a patterned seal and it's just glued on, just glues here and here. But what you don't get is it's, you know, I'm going to say loosely in quotes, cut to fit, because these aren't the best, but whatever. So they got the little radius bits in there to fit on the top of the door. Same here. It's a little tight because it's been like wrapped up in a package. So typically these are contact cemented on, but I'm going to try something different first. I'm going to go with like a double-sided tape. So Dad's truck's just hanging on to me bits for me. I'm going to go with a bit of double-sided tape, and if that don't work, I'm going to go back to the good old Gorilla Grip contact adhesive. So I'd love to back Sarge out, but I lent my jump pack to one of my workmates, and Sarge's battery's flat. It also has a flat tyre. Sick. My spare battery I've got here for the F10 is also flat, and I just went to slide the seat forward and the rod came off with the other seat slide underneath the seat. So I can't even get the seat forward, pull, I don't know, it's the whole thing. So luckily these doors are set up to be removable. So I'll lift them off, we'll put them out onto a tray. Nice. Some OGs will get that reference. Steve 1989. Yeah, we'll get them out the front, we'll lay down a bit of, you know, stuff, and we'll see if we can glue these door seals on. I've still got to inquire about a replacement window, because this thing is done, bar that thing. Yeah, needs a window. So I've got to go to the glass shop, because you ring like Windscreen O'Brien's and they don't have a listing for 40-year-old Daihatsus, surprisingly. So I've got to go to a glass shop and sort that out. But anyway, I'm fucking dragging this on now. Let's lift the door off. Get it. I don't know. Where's my table? What did I do with it? I threw it out. Fuck. Well, I guess I'll balance it on me on sale from Super Cheap Auto $20 beer stool. Sick. And we'll get a bit of contact adhesive down on this rig. No, double-sided tape, not contact adhesive. You know what I'm fucking saying. Years ago I set these up so they'll lift on, lift off. So I've rolled these two door hinges side to side and then cut the tops off. So now it's easier that. Now, there is legislation with the RMS that if you have a door chain and your floor pan is higher than your door sill, you can drive without doors. So that's why I set these doors up this way. That way I can just have like a chain with a hook, dog hook onto there, drop over that pin. As long as you've got a seat belt, that seating position is higher than 900 millimeters off the ground. You can drive no doors. So that's why I modded these hinges. So I can just lift the doors off, and then I guess in the glove box or my toolbox I was thinking, I'll just have the chains, drop them on. There's nothing in the cab to take, like it's pretty fucking bare essentials in there. There's no radio, there's a UHF, but that UHF's a 40 channel and it's what, fucking 15 years old now, so I might have to do something about that. I'll change that out. Yeah, so there's not much in here to take, so I'm not really worried about bombing it around with no doors on. But yeah, that was the whole idea with that. Let's get this outside. Well, would you look at that? It's all stuck on there. Double-sided tape seems to be working pretty good. It's on there. Doesn't really want to come off, so. Looks like it's sealing all pretty good. No more rattles. This thing never had decent door seals on it, but luckily they're doing reproductions in Malaysia. Where are we? Up there. Yeah, sweet. See a little crack. The light at the back, it's just the it's just that. There's not much fucking fixing that because that plate's over the top of that, so there's always going to be a gap there. These things aren't exactly race cars, but yeah. Gotta give her a bit of whoop out of shutter open. Don't holy, that fucking seal's thick. That's fine. Make sure it's rolling in properly, which it is. Yep, looks good.